Welcome back. This is a particular video I want to share with you, and I'm recording because tomorrow will be our first class of the 25-26 academic year at Accademia Senza Frontiere PIME in Milan. So we will start our English conversation classroom. And this video is a kind of rehearsal of the presentation that I'm going to deliver tomorrow morning. Here we are. Okay, tomorrow lessons, let me say, tomorrow will be my 21st academic year that I will share with my friends, let me say. I will share my passion for the English language since I retired in 2004. So tomorrow will be a crucial lesson because it's the first class of the year and we have to set an appropriate tone to build a relationship among us and also to manage the expectation of each one and try to foster a sense of a community through empathy and encouragement. In other words, my main goal is to let people feeling that they are in the right place. An English classroom in which you can feel confident, relaxed, and share your your ability to have a conversation with other people using the English language. So my purpose is to create a safe learning environment where someone can feel valued, engaged, and motivated to succeed. So I know that as you are upper intermediate, advanced, elderly people, the focus of our English course should be on establishing a respectful and challenging intellectual content. What I mean for intellectual content? Intellectual content for me means that we are going to share topics that respect life and the experience of each of us, invite reflection, and require the use of an appropriate language to communicate each other. We know that we are living through incredible social, political, and technological, sorry. Sometimes happened to me that, I feel myself tongue-tied. Unfortunately, I'm getting older. My job is to make everyone to realize that their own experience is the most valuable intellectual contact in this English language classroom. I just want to summarize one of the main goals of our English conversation course. Our course is not about, grammar quizzes, but it's about fluency, complexity, and confidence. So we are going to challenge ourselves to move from, let me say, a good English and leveling up to fluency and accuracy. So we have to try to use the language effectively and not just to know it. What will be our method, my approach. I have a motto. I want to use a different approach for many different results in this English conversation course, and you will discover. So my method, we are going to use stories, poems, articles, original videos as a springboard for discussion. So the material that I'm going to share with you is just the starting point, but the real lesson is the conversation that it inspires. Just to give you an example, over the coming lessons, it's just an example. We will practice with a task like the panel of experts. So, for a topic like technology and communication, we will manage to organize a few volunteers into a mock panel. What I mean? It's a kind of a role play activity. So the volunteers will be playing roles like a Luddite skeptic, an enthusiastic adopter, and a social historian. We will get into detail when we will share this topic. What is going to be the contribution? My role is, to try to be a facilitator, and the role of the people who is attending the English course is to be an active, open, and generous contributor of their own life experience and opinions. I just want to introduce myself. This is the moment of the icebreaker. My name is Giuseppe Celia. I'm sharing my passion, my love for the English language since I got retired in 2004. I start to share this passion at the Unitre University in Milan for maybe 17 years. And this is the 6th year that I'm sharing my passion here at the PIME, at the Accademia Senza Frontiere in Milan. So I was born in South Italy. I moved to Milan in 1968. I had a successful career. I became a manager at the age of 42. I worked in different departments. I spent 20 years, of my professional career at Alfa Romeo in Milan. And then I started to work in different companies. And the last 5 years, I worked for one of the most important consultancy firm, Deloitte Consulting. So now is your turn. I want to share some significant moment from your life and to pick one of the following topics. I give you three options. The first one, you have to try to describe your professional career, just a couple of minutes, or something that happened to you and that made you feeling happy. Or the last one is to share some anecdote about your childhood. While you are speaking, I will encourage other people to ask one follow-up question to the speaker. So our main goal is to practice on storytelling using appropriate vocabulary and language and engaging in natural questions and answers. So just to give you a big picture of this English course. So, for instance, we will introduce a short, powerful piece of material to jump straight into conversation. Sometime it happened that we will share some short quotation. So we will pick a short universal quote about time, for instance, wisdom or advice, or a very brief article or clip. So, for instance, one of the topic, an example that I will be sharing with you in the class is a particular theme about, particularly for our age and its time. A short quote, for instance, of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Do not waste the remaining part of your life in speculation to other, when you have not a moment left for reflection on yourself. So, it will start an activity step right now. So, you have to try to read and understand what the quote means in your own words. So, I will ask you whether or not you agree with this statement. And also, if you can think of a time when you wasted time worrying about others, or conversely, a time when you successfully focused on yourself. Another question will be, how has your perspective of time changed as you've gotten older? Another example of a topic. It's a very important quote by Jane Goodall, who was born in 1934 and died just last week at the age of 91. I recorded a video about her story. What do you make a difference? What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of a difference you want to make. I will ask you whether or not you agree with Jane Goodall's quote. So this is just a big picture of our English conversation course. I want to thank you for being in the class, and particularly for your contribution, and I look forward to a great conversation course. I appreciate the substance and respect the life experience of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching.